everyone, and welcome to the English Renaissance. This week we're looking at theater in the English Renaissance, and this is our last lecture of the semester, so everyone get very excited about that. Let's dive right in. Okay. In the beginning of the Renaissance, medieval theater practices were still continuing in England, and they were still continuing to dominate. But by the late 1400s, during Henry VII's reign, more and more of the spirit of the Renaissance began to be felt in England. Most playwrights were still writing morality plays, remember those from the Middle Ages? But their morality plays were increasingly starting to show the influence of humanism. And then by the 1520s, humanist plays were all the rage. That's what everyone was writing in England. In 1561, the very first original English tragedy, so something that was written completely originally, not based on an ancient Greek or Roman piece, was presented, and it was called Ferrex and Porrex, and Queen Elizabeth was in the audience. It had a political message. The message of the play was kind of warning the people of England about leaving the order of the succession to the throne uncertain. So there was a political tone to it. By our standards today, it would be kind of seen as a fairly weak play, but the people of England were very impressed by it, and by 1590, it had been printed 5 times. So it was definitely a big impact at the time. And historically, it had a pretty big impact on future playwrights of England because it modeled the writing of tragedy after Seneca, remember him, and so other playwrights would kind of start to do the same. And then it also used blank verse instead of rhyming verse, which would have a big impact on people like, drum roll, Shakespeare! Shakespeare wrote in blank verse, and he was probably influenced by this play. And we'll get more on him later. So, during Queen Elizabeth's reign, the students of drama at universities and schools started to, of course they still study the tragedies and the drama of ancient Greek and ancient Rome. I mean, that's never gone away. We're still studying them today. But they also started to look into plays about English history, and they looked at plays that were written by contemporary Italian Renaissance playwrights of the time. So they were really studying a lot of effective dramatic techniques. And by 1600, school-educated writers kind of stopped writing just for court performances, that not a lot of people would see. And these school-educated playwrights started writing for the professional troupes, or basically like the public theater. And that's when English drama entered an era of greatness that we will continue talking about.